that already?
I think it's already started.
It's already started. Yeah, it's so
nicknames.
simple.
What were
Yeah.
you doing at 22 Loretto?
Not that.
That kid went from single A this year when he started, and then he went to move up to double A, and then he went to move up to triple A.
One guy comments, "Don't give a fuck. Hurry up. I need my parlay to hit." I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
What's
fucked up.
going on? No one cares, right?
Right.
Oh, you're a big fan.
Huh?
The break talk, we taking it to another level. Better get ready with your host, Adam and Loretto. The dopest show that you ever heard, ever seen. The podcast about nothing and everything. Yeah. Break the break talk. Yeah. Break the break talk.
All right, and we're back. Welcome back to the Break Talk. Introducing the guest of the week, our good friend Glenn.
AKA G Money. That's what they call you, eh, Glenn?
That's what they call me. I've earned that, though.
You've earned that?
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, of course, man. Of
Appreciate
course.
it.
Yeah.
So our good friend Glenn here, AKA G Money, he happens to be a Blue Jays fan who we do want to dive in a little bit about the Blue Jays. So word on the street is that Glenn became a fan actually this season. We don't know for sure, but all of a sudden they're World Series contenders, and now all of a sudden you're a fan. Is that true?
I was an Oakland A's fan for like years and years and years, and then I couldn't stand the losing, and then I decided, you know what, the Jays are doing well this year, so let's just jump on the
Let's hop on
bandwagon.
the bandwagon.
You should actually talk to some Leaf fans about that. You know, after
Right?
losing so many years, just maybe just jump on another bandwagon.
I was like, I'll say I was a lifetime Leafs fan for a long time, and then like a few years back when they lost in the playoffs.
To who?
Name a team they lost to?
Boston.
Right. I jumped off that bandwagon and started cheering for the Minnesota Moose back in the day.
Minnesota Moose.
Yeah, I became a lifelong fan of them.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do the Leafs anymore. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The more you know.
Right?
Yeah, fair enough. So let's dive in kind of to a little bit of the Blue Jays this season. Obviously, coming into the season, we didn't know how good they would be. Obviously, we know they have some hitters now.
Yep.
What are your kind of takes on them moving forward? Because now we're a legit playoff team now.
Right.
And what do you think maybe the next factor is to kind of go to the World Series? What do you think that is?
So I think the next factor for the Jays is, and let me back up, like when Vegas predicted the Jays wins for this season, they predicted at 78 wins. That was the number on Vegas books that the Jays were going to do. So we're already at 88 wins.
Yeah,
right.
crazy.
So which is exactly like this wasn't seen coming.
Right.
So the factor for the Jays, which I think is going to be massive, is their pitching staff. And you get into playoffs, it's all becomes pitching.
I agree.
Right? You can hit as much as you want, but unless you have pitching, whether it's in a relief role or starting rotation, you're not going anywhere if you don't have it. And that's where the Dodgers this year. Dodgers are in trouble because they don't have the pitching, unfortunately.
Right.
Right? So the Jays are in a really, really good place here because potentially we have the top 3 starters for a playoff series with their Jays team here. So
Who would that be, your top 3 starters?
top
right
3 is going to be, I think, Bieber, Shane Bieber, and then we're going to Kevin Gausman. And then I think, depending on how Trey Savage does here in the next, let's say, 2 starts, he might enter the conversation for the third spot in the starting rotation come playoffs, which we didn't think about that was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Right? We thought about Max Scherzer probably going to be in there, which he probably will be, because he'll fight his way into the rotation. And then the other 2 guys, Barrios and Bassett, I think those guys are going to be probably fringe guys or in bullpen.
Yeah.
So
me personally, when I think of like the Jays pitching staff, I never really thought it was that great. Like I never really looked at it like we don't have an ace on the mound. And then I'm looking at these other teams like the Yankees. They have the hitters. They have Max Fried there, who was their ace, right?
Yep.
And then you got the Dodgers, Yamamoto's obviously not panning out to be who, kind of, I don't know, I think he's like a 4 ERA this season or something like that.
yeah, he hasn't amounted to what they thought he would be.
Right.
Like Tyler Glasnow, who they just got back from injury.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the number 1 guy now.
Yeah.
So like their team, I've watched them all year. They got some good hitters on the team.
They got some great hitters.
But their pitcher rotations and even bullpen is not good.
Yeah. Me personally, I don't know what it is. I thought, in my opinion, the best pitching staff is the Brewers.
They got a solid staff.
Yeah, Fastball Freddy's there.
Right.
And then also Houston as well, right? I know they're not a great hitting team, but they got...
Those are the cheaters. Those
Right.
are the
Yeah,
cheaters.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't like
Cheaters.
those.
Jacob
we don't like that
deGrom.
guy, yeah.
I believe Hunter Brown as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like, heard about all the garbage cans they were banging in the playoffs there that won them the World Series. They were trying to get signals stolen, I guess, from when they were playing the Yankees. Do you remember that part of it at all?
I know that they had some controversy about like quote unquote cheating.
Right.
Of,
And that's
like,
where it goes to. They were banging garbage cans, tipping off pitches.
So is that what it was?
Yeah.
What do you mean like?
So whenever they had a signal that if it was going to be a fastball, they'd bang on the garbage can in the dugout once.
No fucking way.
It was gonna if it was gonna be a curveball, they'd bang on it 3 times. If it was gonna be a changeup, they'd bang on it twice.
Wow.
And so who was doing that?
There was a whole bunch. There was all the team. Like it was all the guys in the dugout.
players in the dugout.
Yeah, but they had them before every game. They would talk about this, and then the guys, runners on second base, they would steal pitches off the catcher and things like that. So yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy. I didn't know the extent to that. I didn't know that they were banging garbage cans giving the signal. I thought it was some other.
I heard
some
it was
other
like
way.
people like the guys up there with the binoculars and shit looking down. No, it was actually the players, eh?
yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why the manager got suspended for a full year.
wow.
Who's now the manager of the Tigers. So they suspended him for a full year.
Maybe the Tigers are cheating too now.
Who knows? I mean, they're up there in the league too. Like the Jays are.
I think they're overrated. I think that team is overrated. I don't know if they
I
still
agree.
got the best record, but that
Jays-
team is overrated.
Jays
man, I
had the
will
best
say.
record in the entire American League right now.
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, I
So
do
we're
that.
2 games up. We could win the entire East.
Yeah.
Right here in the next week or so.
Do you want that to happen though?
I want it to happen because the Jays haven't won the East since back in '85.
So you being a lifelong Jays fan, are you now ready for all those fans to come on during that October season and just, oh man, the Jays this season? Like, I know it's good for the sport, but me personally, I hate bandwagons. I don't like them. I don't like the people that like just turn on the game. They're like, oh man, the Jays are in the playoffs. Like, oh my God, like fucking, you know what I mean? Like, just, I don't like that. I don't like that.
and the whole bandwagon thing, because
Yeah.
now you see it on Instagram stories, the Snapchat
Yeah.
stories.
Oh my
of
God,
watching
Jose
the Jays.
Batista's hitting. Like, no.
And the
he's
Instagram
retired
reposts,
now,
the
right?
Instagram reposts, everyone goes crazy for.
Yeah.
I think that's natural with sports, though. You know
It
what I mean?
is.
You're always going to pick up whoever like that just jump on because they want to watch the games on TV. They want to go to the bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And why the games are on. So it's always going to be part of it. But for the lifelong Jays fans that have suffered since 92, 93, like me, right? It's been a long time coming. Long time coming.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how old you guys were in 92, 93.
We weren't born.
No,
Right.
my dad was still fucking other broads. I think. Yeah, like,
right?
I think that's what he was doing.
I was 21 years old when the Jays last won the World Series, and I clearly remember where I was that night that Joe Carter hit the walk-off home run to win the World Series.
Right and
But
black.
they went back to back, did they not?
Yeah, 92, 93.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I wish you guys weren't here for that.
No, we were
And
not.
that
We were not.
that party was insane for back to back.
Yeah.
It'll be now with your guys' age groups, obviously now kind of the bulk of the Jays fans and so on, because it's a younger crowd for sure.
It is, yeah.
It's going to be crazy if the Jays go to the World Series.
Do you
this year.
think they actually can win the World Series? Like, do you put them
No
in
question.
that? No question?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Because like we talked about with Milwaukee and Dodgers and everybody else, even Houston for that matter, we have the best pitching staff by far in the American League and even National League for that matter.
Yeah.
So we have the best chance, I think, out of any other team in the major.
Is our bullpen? I'm not too familiar with the bullpen. Is our bullpen situation good?
That's the part I worry about, and all
Okay.
Jays fans worry about right
Yeah.
now is the bullpen.
That's a big thing. Right?
Yeah.
I've heard that.
absolutely.
I've heard that. I actually watched a game a couple of weeks ago. I think it was the Cincinnati Reds. They struggled in that series. I think they dropped 2 out of the 3.
Yep.
And the bullpen just completely shit the bed.
Absolutely shit the bed.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
for sure.
And then that's when I kind of bought into the whole bullpen thing. But yeah, I don't know. Like I heard that maybe some of the relievers or whatever they were throwing a lot and they were not being used in that series. But that series, like Sportsnet, the whole desk was all over this like, on the Jays, like
Right.
on the relievers.
It all goes in waves, though. Like, you know what I mean? I'd rather they struggle like middle of the season or like 3/4 of the season in than the playoffs.
Right.
So I've watched you guys watched the last few games. They've picked it up the last 2 or 3, 4 games here. So they've done a lot better. But it's always going to be the closer for the Jays, Jeff Hoffman, that I always worry about because he's given up the most home runs in the major leagues as
Yeah,
a
so
closer.
That's the thing, right? Is
Right.
the bullpen. Like you need a good closer.
Yeah, you get in the playoffs. It's not about hitting anymore, like we talked about. Like it's more like it's like 2-1, 3-2, 4-3 kind of games.
Yeah.
And you got to have
pitching.
you go from the starter will go 5-6 innings, and then after that you're into your bullpen already, right? So you got to have guys shut down guys that are going to throw like 98, 99, 100, and that's what a lot of the other teams have. We have a couple of those guys. In Hoffman, he throws 98, 99. We got a couple other guys, but
I think a lot of pitchers are throwing 99 now.
that's
though.
pretty much it across.
Yeah,
the,
like that's like
It's
standard.
average.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
average.
Yeah.
So I'm an older guy than you guys, but back going in 92, 93, for instance, 98, 99, that was a unicorn.
Oh,
that,
really?
That didn't happen back then.
Yeah.
Really?
Right. No,
What were they throwing back then?
high was 95.
Really?
That was considered like high velocity.
So nowadays, what is it, like 105? Is
no, like
104?
101. 101.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is around.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's high though.
That-
That's above average.
Yes.
Yeah, 98 is common. Like 98 is like you're
got you.
expected to
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
for your fastball. It's kind of expected. I wanted to give you a quick pick your brain here. Like if you were to talk about the top pitchers in the league right now, I'm assuming you have Paul Skeens at 1.
He's close to 1. Absolutely.
You don't have him at 1?
It's him and Tarek Skubal that are
Yeah,
the
I
top.
love Skubal. I
Sco-
love
Skubal
Skubal. Yeah,
is-
he's great.
Except for his last start where he completely shit the bed. He
Yeah.
gave up like 4 runs and
Well,
5 runs.
Skeens
Or something.
yesterday.
He struggled
actually.
yesterday,
Yeah,
too.
against the Cubs.
Yeah. Which we'll get into in the gambling world in a minute.
Yeah.
Did you have money on
I did.
Skeens?
I had the
Yeah,
under
yeah.
first 5.
I call it Skeens bump day, which is always good for betting, but not yesterday. So
Yeah,
that didn't
no.
go so well.
I
But,
usually take the first 5 under, and
Right.
just every time Skeens on the mound, but not yesterday, man. He was giving it up. But
yeah, he struggled early.
Yeah.
So, but that was the first time in a long time for him. But as far as like going back to your question about pitching, I think it's Skeens, Tariq Skubal
Yep.
is like 1-2, very close.
I actually said that too. I agree with that. A lot of people are like, oh, Paul Skeens is clear cut. I love Skubal. I think Skubal is even the Detroit pitching staff is really good as well. But I think Skubal's there as well. I also really like Jacob deGrom. I know he's a bit older and stuff like that, but I still think he's a phenomenal pitcher.
Yeah, he's come back from injury because
right.
he rebounded huge.
Yep.
So yeah, he's doing really well for Texas this year.
Yep.
Absolutely. So he's up there, I think, in that. And then there's some like Kevin Gausman, who obviously is on the Jays. Like the last 6-7 starts for him, his ERA is unbelievable. He pitched a full game shutout the last game out for the Jays. So he's up there. Maybe not in the last 5 years, but this year for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is huge, rolling in momentum for
Yeah,
playoffs.
and then you get Freddie Peralta and you get Brandon
Fastball
Woodruff
Freddie,
in
baby.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Milwaukee, right?
I love the Milwaukee. I think their pitching staff is underrated, honestly.
I think it could be hot take. It could be Jays in Milwaukee.
I say that.
Yeah,
the
so
World
I was
Series.
gonna ask.
all
So
the time.
who do you got in the American League? Like, who's the Jays? Like, I guess toughest opponent. Like, who
It's
do
going to
you
be
got in that bracket?
Houston, I think.
You think Houston?
Really?
I think it's going to be Houston. I don't. For me personally, I think they have the best chance to get out, but they have some injuries. Like they just
I don't
lost.
trust their batters.
Their pitching staff's pretty good,
Their pitching staff's really good.
right?
Defense wins championships, man. Pitching's defense.
Right.
No
Yeah,
matter how you slice it.
Yeah.
You talk any sport, defense wins
but their
championships.
hitters are. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of.
The thing with the Jays though this year is that they hit home runs, but they don't rely on home runs.
Yes, what I was actually telling him, I said the Jays have the best base hitters in the league.
Yeah, like this is how you win World Series, by hitting singles.
Yes.
Moving runners over.
Yes.
Sacrifice flies.
Yeah.
And that sounds boring, but it's the truth.
We don't even have like if you actually want to talk about like power hitters and heavy hitters, we only have maybe Vladdy and who I think that's pretty much it. Like who else would you put in
Springer's
there?
got 28
George
home
Springer-
runs this year, which is a
Yeah.
rebound
Yeah.
year for him. But yeah, you're right.
That's
Like,
it. And the rest, Kirk's a base hitter, Barger's a base hitter,
Right.
right? And we're just our numbers hitting the ball just for singles, doubles are phenomenal.
The
I
whole
think.
team, 1 through 9 for hitting. They move runners over and they hit singles and the
Yeah.
doubles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Bo Bichette, who just got injured. But
Yeah,
Bichette's a
what's
stud.
that? He's done until the postseason. I saw.
yeah. And then there's possibility that he might not be back for the World Series because he's got some sort of a tear,
really?
tear in his
I didn't
knee.
hear about that.
So hopefully he's back for in DH.
I saw that he'd be good for the postseason. I didn't know until the World Series.
Yeah, like they don't know yet 100%
So it's-
how bad it is.
they're
but
probably
it's
being
not
quiet
good.
about
he
it.
tore a tendon in his knee or some shit like that, right? So
Damn, that's a
yeah.
big loss.
That's a huge loss.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Not for his defense, but more for his bat, right?
Yeah, he's a great
you-
batter.
Yeah, you take that bat out of that lineup, and it does change a little bit, but it's 1 through 9, they're still solid, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they get his best shot as anybody else in the entire MLB to go to the World Series for sure and win it. I think, my opinion.
Really?
So, yeah.
Is that like biased, or like are you genuinely
No,
like sitting
I
back
follow
saying,
baseball all my life, and that's 100% genuine.
Yeah.
Looking at all the teams and so on, is that they have legitimately the best shot between all their players, positional players, their defense, which is like top in the league, right? They don't make errors. They do things the right way,
Yeah.
right? And their pitching staff, like I said before, it's
That's
solid.
a big Yankees issue. Too.
How do you feel about this young kid? Like he came, he played, what was it, 2 nights ago,
Yeah,
and 9 strikeouts it was.
Trey Savage,
22 years old.
22 years old. Right, I remember I was getting drunk on 22 years old, like every single night of the week back then.
Yeah,
I wasn't pitching in the major leagues.
Yeah, they're developing quick, man. They're developing quick. 22, yeah.
Right, that kid went from single A this year when he started, and then he went to move up to double A, and then he went to move up to triple A, and then they just brought him up from Buffalo to Toronto. Just 5 days ago.
Which
that
is
doesn't
crazy.
happen in baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, it doesn't.
So what's the timeline usually for like a come up prospect like
2-3 years,
2-3 years, and
Right.
he did all that in a year.
all in a year. Like again, that's unheard of, right? That is like Paul Skeens stuff.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? And his Skeens didn't even start in the minors. They brought him right up to the show.
Yeah.
Right. So that is unheard of. Absolutely.
That's crazy
So,
to think
right?
about. It's crazy. I don't know if getting 9 strikeouts in the first game he played, it's an amazing thing. Obviously, the Jays won, and he played great. But now you kind of have that pressure to
Repeat it.
exactly.
Right.
Like it was kind of like when Matthew scored a hat trick. I think it was the first game of his
4
career.
goals in the first game.
Yeah, against the
Yeah.
Senators. Yeah, 4
Yeah.
goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like it's great that he did that and he's capable of it, but now he's kind of got to live up to that standard.
You said the bar high.
Yeah,
Right. And
yeah.
that's what he did.
Yeah.
Can he
So-
handle that pressure? I think that's the biggest question. At 22 years old, he's playing serious ball right now.
Right. I think he can because he's proven it. Right. A kid doesn't go from single A, double A, triple A.
Yeah, you
to
have
the
to be
major
an elite.
leagues.
You have to be an elite talent.
Right. A lot of it's mental too, right?
Yeah.
So if you get reffed up a little bit, you're like, okay, can I pitch here or not? Right. So, but I think his head is in the right place, and they're gonna if he does well the next couple of starts, they're gonna try and get him into the playoffs, which is they got to talk to him at Major League Baseball and figure that part of it out.
Yeah.
But I
It's
think
crazy.
he could potentially be pitching in the playoffs.
So how long until his nickname's like Trey the Savage or something like that?
I think
Or
it's
is that
already- I think
is
it's
that-
already started.
It's already
Already?
started. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
so
nicknames.
simple.
What were you
abs-
doing at 22, Loretto?
Not that. Not starting in the MLB. That's for sure. Yeah.
Right.
We'll keep it at that.
Yeah. Not doing
Definitely
that.
not that. No.
Exactly.
No.
So, but that is unheard of for a 22-year-old kid.
Yeah,
to move
it's-
that quickly
it's
to the
crazy.
minor leagues.
It's
And honestly,
crazy.
I think it's a lot of even in all sports, like developing so young now. It's
Yeah,
like, out of-
yeah.
like, you're being prospected at like 16 nowadays, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this kid could be something.
Well,
They start
when did they get
developing
Vladdy? Wasn't Vladdy in the Jays program since
16 years old.
See,
Yeah.
yeah, 16 years old. Like, dude, that's insane to think about. Like,
Right.
imagine you're 16 years old and like a professional
Yeah,
sports
but he
team is
had-
like
he
all
had-
over you. You don't even have your G1.
No, but he
What were
had-
you doing at 16?
I can't repeat what I was doing at 16.
Fuck, yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
But Vladdy had his dad was a baseball player, right?
Yeah.
And then his brother as well, I believe, is a baseball player.
Vladdy Sr. I followed his dad all the way through Major League Baseball. when
Yeah,
he played
so
on
it was in the family.
Yeah,
type of thing.
absolutely. Yeah,
so-
for sure. But
That's
at 16
crazy.
years old, he got the highest signing bonus ever for the Jays at 16 years old, Vladdy.
And now he just got paid.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad he's playing well because I hate when players get paid and then they kind of just fuck off.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I hate that. But I'm glad he's playing well, and I hope that sticks.
He got his bag, and now he's
Yeah.
actually showing up this year, right? So he wants to be here in Toronto. So we'll see where it goes,
I'm ready to hop on the wagon though.
right? You
Yeah,
should.
I'm
ready.
on the wagon.
Are you on the
I'm
wagon
not gonna
already?
lie. Like I'm not
Oh,
like
wow.
I don't-
Everybody
like,
on.
Wow.
I'll throw the Jays
Yeah.
on in the summer like casually.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't say I'm a hardcore Jays fan, but from now until
You're on the wagon.
hopefully they win the World, I'm on
Yeah.
the wagon. I totally own that. I'm with
For me,
it.
I only watched baseball just due to betting purposes.
Right.
Because I would just, slam some player props. There was actually a young kid, speaking about kids, there was a young kid I was betting on religiously,
Right.
actually. And you were talking about how you're an Oakland fan.
Yeah.
A kid named Jacob Wilson,
Yes.
a young guy as well. He was like the best base hitter to start the season, right? And then he got injured, got some injuries. I would bet this guy every night. Jacob Wilson, one hit. Jacob
Right.
Wilson, one hit. And it was just cash. And then eventually, he was good. He was the second best hitter in the league at one point.
For a while there, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yep.
it was him and Judge.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I think he got injured and stuff like that, and
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
But that's kind of where like you brought up gambling, like that is huge, obviously, for a lot of your younger guys
Yes, sir.
is
Yeah.
following baseball because of the betting aspect of it, or the gambling aspect of it, right? So because there's so much readily available now. With
Absolutely.
right, it's everywhere. It's on the TV. It's on commercials.
Yeah,
it's on every single sporting event. Like
I was actually just thinking about this, right? And it makes total sense, right? Because you're watching a sports event and you're like, obviously you don't want to promote gambling that much, but these commercials doing stuff like that, and you're probably thinking like, why? Why is DraftKings promoting gambling all the time and Get Their Sportsbook, Bet99, Bet365? And I realized that because it brings in so many more viewers. I wouldn't even watch baseball if it wasn't for gambling. So it's like if
Okay, but hold up though. I don't think DraftKings is posted or has all those advertisements so you watch baseball. I think
they're partnered. They're partnered.
They're partnered, but your money goes to DraftKings.
Right, but I'm saying it's bringing in viewers. It benefits each other.
100%.
There's so many
but
people.
They also just take your money.
Right. If you couldn't bet on baseball, would the viewership for baseball drop?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yours
100%.
would. Yeah. Yours would.
Me would.
Yours would.
There's so many fucking people. You have the Score app, right?
Yes, I have.
You check the Score app. You think, and you go to the chat. There's a chat section there. I mean, degenerates are in there. Those are do you want to find degenerates? Go to the Score app. Those guys are fucked in there.
Yeah, they text every second.
Oh my
dude.
God. And it's not even about the game.
No.
And I'm looking and it's like, what's the update? I see a guy get injured. I'm like, oh my God, let me check what's going on with the fucking guy. I want to know. You check and it's like, Vladdy, I need him to get a hit. I need him to get a hit. It has nothing to do with the game. All these people are watching for their fucking parlays.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and that's like the 19th league parlay.
Yeah.
Vladdy for my 19th leg.
Just one hit, Vladdy. Yeah. And then it's like, baseball's rigged. It's like, it's Vladdy. Get the hit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm one of those guys.
Yeah.
I am that guy.
Yeah.
I'm the guy in the Score typing and shit.
Yeah, let's set that straight. You are the guy in the Score chat.
Yeah, but there's millions of me. And I'm looking at this like, is anyone even caring about the game or is it for their fucking parlays?
Parlays.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. So it's
they
like.
tune out until the next batter comes up when they got him on the ticket. It's like, okay, when's he due up?
Yeah, dude.
Ninth inning, I'll check back in.
So an average baseball player's bats what, 4 times around? 4 to 5 maybe?
4 times, yeah.
Right. So when I used to bet on all these player props, I used to, the guy used to hit whoever it is. He fly ball the center field out. I'm like, okay, I'll check back in 15 minutes when he's back up to bat. Turn the game on. Oh, he's up. Then I would look. But this may sound degenerate, but I swear to God, everyone not everyone, but I would say about 40% of baseball watchers are doing it for betting. Who the fuck watches baseball? Let's call it what it is, right?
Well, Glenn
I'm old school though. But it's true though.
I'm just saying, you're average.
This guy just ripped up our baseball saying who the fuck watches baseball?
I sit through like 4 hours straight of just watching the Jays.
Yeah.
I just keep it. That's my team.
But you're also betting. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, you would still watch the Jays if you weren't betting.
Well, now that's a tough call, actually.
Okay, that just fucked up
so many
everything.
other things.
Thank you.
When I was younger,
there's my point.
Before gambling, though, I would watch religiously,
right,
every single Jays game or listen to on the radio.
Yeah,
and now it's like not so much fun unless I got like
that's what I'm saying.
$500 on the
game.
That's what you pay attention a little bit more.
Absolutely, sure. And you know what though? It's exactly as we were saying with fantasy. You want to get into fucking sports, bet on it. When you are betting on the sport, because you're realistically you're going to bet on every game, pretty much, or close to it.
Yeah.
So I don't watch baseball. I know all these players because I bet Milwaukee all the time. I bet the Pirates. If you're betting the Pirates, you should stop. By the way, that team sucks.
Yeah,
unless you're taking like the under on the game or a Paul Skeens prop, like no one can hit. That team sucks. But my point is that all of these aspects of DraftKings, and I'm like, why is Bet99 and all these players sponsoring it? Because it's bringing in viewers. It goes hand in hand. It's like they're working together for a reason, and it's like, it's brilliant in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it's marketing, man.
Yeah. They got me.
No shit.
They got me.
No Plus shit. You and a few other million.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I challenge anyone to go on the Score app, and if you think I'm bullshitting, go on a live game that's going on right now. I want you to go on the Score app, and I want you to find whatever baseball game or football game. They are not talking about the game. They are talking about their fucking parlays and their props. They don't even care. I saw one time, remember when Trevor Lawrence got killed basically last season?
A dirty hit. Yeah.
I watched that. I had money on the game. And I go on the Score app, And I'm like, yo, this guy might be serious, because this was after the DeMar Hamlin thing too.
Yeah.
So big deal, right? It's the time, and I'm looking. I go to the score app. I'm like, what's going on? One guy comments, "Don't give a fuck. Hurry up. I need my parlay to hit." I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
that's
What's
fucked up.
going on? No one cares, right? So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Even on NFL, I'm sure you watch NFL on Sundays
Absolutely.
too, right?
Yeah.
So before the games, they'd have the actual commentators that are doing like the pre-broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
They go in and put their own parlay in place. I'm like,
Yeah.
beforehand, FanDuel parlay or whatever
Yes.
it is, DraftKings
Yeah.
parlay. I'm like, these guys must be fucking smart. I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell them. I go in and
yeah.
place the same parlay.
I refuse to do anything those guys say. I don't know what it is. I just
I'm
feel
a
like
sucker, man. What am I gonna say?
Has it hit?
Like these guys know what they're doing. I'm gonna follow that, and I put like $25 in the parlay.
How'd that go?
Not good. No, I think they're working for the books. I'm pretty sure.
that's what I
For
was
sure.
thinking. Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The Break Talk podcast is brought to you by Skilled Trades College. Looking to get involved with the trades but don't know where to start? Where can you find all the info, Loretto?
Head over to skilledtradescollege.ca and get the skills to pay the bills.
So, Glenn, have you gone to the new Rogers Stadium? When's the last time you watched Jays play?
So I try and get down as often as I can, and we were just there 3 weekends ago, probably. It was me and my daughter, actually, who plays softball, which we'll get into in a second here. But yeah, we went down. We sat in the 200 level.
Nice.
So I've been down. That's my second time down since they did all the renovations to the Rogers Center. And I gotta say, it is incredible. That was the first time I've been down since the second portion of the renos that they did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a difference between what it was with like a concrete stadium to actual ballpark.
Yeah.
Because with all the standing areas now and the outfield, that you can actually like have a conversation and shoot, like have some beers and just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And watch a game, where that wasn't the case when in the old Rogers Center, the Dome before, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely got a different field. Even the incoming teams are saying, you know what, it's a different environment now, and they're more intimidated in this environment with the noise level.
Yeah.
I love the bullpen where they have
Right.
the bars right over the home and away bullpen.
Right.
And I've been right above the away one, and the
How much
guys
shit
are
did you
just
talk?
oh my god, dude, it was so much fun. I was
Right?
just screaming shit just to scream shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because all these guys are like chirping with like proper chirps, and I'm just like.
Right.
And you suck, man. You're gonna do terrible. And, I'm just like, whatever. But it was hilarious. Like
That's a good chirp, bro.
well, that was right off the spot. Well, no. Yeah, no, it was that. That wasn't the greatest chirp, but
No.
but yeah, it was funny because they actually know their shit when they're talking to the pitchers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I didn't know the lingo of the baseball stuff. I was kind of there.
Yeah, what's
drinking
some
beers.
lingo, baseball lingo there?
Baseball lingo.
Yeah, like what do you?
How much do you want to talk about? Like,
I know, like if you hose someone down.
Right.
What does that mean?
It's where you basically throw basically across the field all the way. Like if a guy's trying to get the base, essentially, if he hits the ball. Correct me if I'm wrong here. So basically, if you hit the ball,
I think you're wrong.
No, fucking let me.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so if you hit the ball, right, and let's say it is obviously you can't run till the ball is in the guy's glove, right, and then you try
Yes.
to go for like second to third, and you throw like across the whole entire field essentially, and you get him out.
Are we talking about like pitchers, or are we just talking
no.
lingo in general?
That's
We're talking
it's-
about outfield assists and things like
Yeah,
that. When
it's an
when
outfield
an outfielder throws a guy out at third
Oh, I
base,
got
whatever.
you.
It's pretty close. That's close enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But going back to the bullpens for a sec, if you put me next to a bullpen that close to a pitcher,
love to see
I'm
that.
gonna fucking talk shit.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
What would you say?
I would make comments about his wife. You know what I mean?
That's a fucking chirp.
If you want to listen, if you want to
There you go.
get him off the game before he's coming
Yeah,
into the
yeah,
game,
yeah.
I'm gonna talk shit about his wife.
Yeah.
So are you doing that
absolutely.
research right there and then? Like you're checking up on
Yeah.
No,
like,
it's off the dome, man. Like,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
gotta let it flow.
All right.
Right?
Well,
Like,
you
I
know
banged
his
your- I
wife's
banged your
name.
wife last night in the Rogers Center in the
Yeah,
hotel.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
He's gonna look
yeah.
at me like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sound like
Right? He's
McGregor.
not thinking about pitching. He's thinking about going into the game, and then he's going to give up a fucking homer or something like
That's
that.
actually smart.
right? And that's what all the Jays fans like when they originally opened those bullpens. They had to get security involved to stop the people from actually being overly aggressive. I'm
Whoa.
like, come on, man! You're going to put them right there. We're going to talk shit.
You have
Absolutely.
a bar and a overlook on the away bullpen. What do you think's gonna happen?
Alcohol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
shit's going to happen.
It's a recipe
Absolutely.
for that.
Absolutely.
Like it's just people are gonna cross the line.
You can't control that. You know what I mean? No. So
Well, you get a few drinks in, you're rallied up. Obviously, the boys are, especially Toronto now, we're looking good. Of course,
Right.
we're going to throw some chirps in.
absolutely, it's
Yeah.
part of the game.
Absolutely.
Right?
Maybe
You got-
I'll stay out of the chirping area.
Yeah, you suck, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You should just,
good
you
one,
should
bro.
just like Google some baseball shit. Terms about chirping. You know what I mean?
I'll
you'll
chat
be fine.
GPT it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Absolutely.
the whole vibe of the stadium's completely changed.
Pull one
so-
up for us. Pull one up for us. What's a good chirp turn on the baseball there? Let's get that going here.
The whole
Hey, you swing like a. What does that say? Hey, you swing like a windmill.
Oh, that's
Where's
like
the
from
wind?
That's from the like 70s,
That's
80s
ass.
chirp.
that's terrible.
Ass.
That's
Hey,
terrible.
try not to strike out again. Okay, that's
That sounds like me.
what my mom would say. Yeah. Did your mom teach you to hit, or you just? What does that say? Or you just guessing?
Guessing, yeah.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna take chirps out of your book here.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
are
this is-
garbage.
It will stick to the wife, I guess.
This
Yeah,
is too,
yeah,
this is too polite.
Yeah,
You
no,
want to
that's not a
insult a
chirp.
guy? You insult his wife.
Absolutely.
Right? Absolutely.
Hit him where it hurts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's below the belt. That's definitely below the belt.
But you're trying to get a guy off his game, right? So you got to do it. You got
That's
to throw
all
shit
worth
against the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah.
Right?
So you were saying that you actually have a daughter who's playing softball right now.
So yeah, like my daughter has played since she's 7 years old.
Okay.
And from a very young age.
Yep.
And then she started out pitching. So she actually is a pitcher for one of the local colleges
Nice.
in Toronto here, and she's pitched there for this is her third year now.
Okay.
But she's been to every level. We've been all over the states.
Do you
playing.
chirp at those games too?
Well, I got thrown out of a couple games. When she was... I
Well,
did.
the chirps are a little bit different there, though.
That's not a made up story. That's a true story.
Actually?
Yeah, I got thrown out of a couple games.
No way. You're chirping?
Yeah, like
Something like that.
You don't got money on that game, though.
no, you can't bet on
Can't
that
bet
shit.
on those
If I
ones.
could, I would. But yeah, like I unfortunately I like the kind of chirp at the umpire.
Yeah.
And then some of the other parents and stuff. And
Nice.
one thing led to another, and we got into a fight one game in the States. But I don't want to talk about that. I'm not allowed back into Detroit again.
Yeah.
But I chirp. That's what I do. But
good.
but yeah, she's loved playing softball since she was young, and now she's pitching, I say, at a college level, and she tried to go to the States with it actually too, and it's a different world down there in the States. Like they take it like probably 100 times more seriously than we do.
Yeah, I would say that's
in
pretty much
Canada.
every
Yeah,
sport.
with the amount of money they spend on it, the amount
Yeah.
of training they put into
sure.
it, like it's crazy.
Is that a big market sport there, like in terms of like women's softball? Like, is it
Massive. It's
really?
It's
Eh?
massive.
Okay.
Are they getting paid there as well now? Or is that
So they started a new league actually. It's called Women's Unlimited. So Athletes Unlimited actually, sorry, and that they are actually paying. It's obviously not even at par where the major leagues would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're trying to develop this women's league in the States now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. And you would have never thought that it would have ever gotten there before.
Yeah.
But it's slowly starting to build. But college at any level down there, like for football, baseball, whatever the sport is down in the States, is looked at and it's viewed so differently down there because college ball and football, 80,000 fans in the stands. and
Really?
70,000 fans in the stands.
crazy.
Wow, for
Right?
women's softball.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about college football.
Oh, football.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
women's,
okay,
women's
okay.
softball is like 15,000 fans.
That's still a lot.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
yeah.
where the Raptors play is what, 19?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but again, they view things very, very differently down there.
Right.
Right. So,
The difference, sorry, softball, the difference between softball and like, is it just,
it's the way that they pitch the pitch.
It's underhand, no?
It's windmill, right?
Yeah, it's like this, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not lob ball.
Right.
It's now actually windmill. So my daughter throws like 65 miles an hour.
Jesus
through,
Christ.
and she's got a change up and then a drop ball. And,
Wow.
and
Do you think Loretto could hit one of her pitches?
Not a chance.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Frank and our plumbing instructor here, he wanted to hit off her, and he's
Couldn't
like,
do it, eh?
there's no way. Like, you can't.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I subbed in for my buddy's softball like men's league this
Right.
summer.
Slow pitch.
And it's slow pitch, and
Right.
they got that little like plywood.
Yeah.
It's harder than you think.
Right.
I hit the ball, like I contacted it, but it was shit.
Yeah, fly out to
I
center
can't
field
imagine
out.
if that ball had speed. I
Yeah.
cannot imagine. I'm just trying to judge where that ball's landing on the fucking piece of plywood underneath me.
Right.
And it just if that ball had speed, I'm not betting myself. Put it that way.
I used to catch for her, and I got to a point probably 5 years ago, I had to actually go out and buy like a catcher's mask and wear a
Oh,
cup
wow.
because I'm not taking one off the nuts.
Yeah.
You do that
Absolutely
once, you
not.
learn, right? You don't
Yeah.
do that again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But she throws hard, and but that 65 miles an hour is nothing. like in the States, the top girls down there are throwing 72, 75.
Wow.
And they've faced Major League Baseball hitters, actually. Albert Pujols, who used to play for the Cardinals, they've put him up against the best pitcher in softball. He couldn't hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it's a different speed, different game. Like
Everything,
just the way
right?
the ball comes off their hand. I guess
Everything, absolutely. So it's
because I
kind of
guess
funny to
they're
watch.
used to seeing it come over their shoulder,
Right.
And then
This coming from
softball,
a side, at the side.
right.
Yeah.
That fucks them up for sure.
Are there different style of pitches in that as well? Like, is it just like one standard? I'm assuming they're all just fastballs, essentially.
No, they got all different pitches. Like my daughter has 3 different pitches.
Really?
Fastball, change, and then drop. And then some of the girls have curveballs. It's crazy.
Yeah, curve I could
Yeah.
see.
So
yeah.
would it just be reversed? Like I know in baseball, well, I don't know that great, but in baseball, it's kind of like your finger like adjustment on top of the ball. In softball, would it just be the same, just opposite, like underneath?
Just different grips. For fastball, you're gripping with a 2-seam or 4-seam, right? Just by rotating the ball, and then you got change-up grip, which is like that on the side of the ball, and your 3 fingers on top of it.
Gotcha.
So it's just all finger grip.
What's the championship there? Like, what is the what's it?
For college level?
Yeah, like for your daughter, what would that be called? Essentially, just like
Well, obviously it's different from the States to Canada.
'Kay.
Because obviously with the different college ball in here, there's different levels and different things that you can get to. The major championship, which I think what's the major championship that in softball that we talked about before?
OCAA.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the top tier ones, right? So,
nice.
But
Has your daughter competed in that? Before?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They went to the finals last year and they placed, I think, 2nd or 3rd overall, which
Wow.
for the colleges she plays for, it was top for sure.
Would
right?
you rather see your daughter go first place in that, or the Jays win this World Series?
Jays win World Series.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's an easy answer.
Absolutely. Right?
Or she could wait.
Absolutely, right? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, same as the Leafs. Like, I mean, going off topic a little bit, but the Leafs to win a cup, I would sell my soul. I
Yeah.
would absolutely win one
But
cup.
I thought you're not a Leafs fan anymore.
I am back on the wagon again this year.
Yeah,
Okay,
nice.
back on
Usually every
Nice.
October, I jump back on until like Christmas, and
You're
then
a smart man.
I jump
That's
back.
what I
off,
do.
I jump back off again.
Yeah.
I'm like, this team fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not watching this.
Dude, I'm a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
When did I become a Chiefs fan? In 2022.
Bandwagon.
Yeah. Whoa.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fuck.
And I'm ready to hop off. They're
Now
0-2
they're
right
0-2
now. I'm
already.
ready to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Saquon Barkley and the Eagles, baby. What's going on?
Absolutely.
terrible.
Just buy a new hat, New Jersey.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
You're good to roll.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So how many games you think you've been tossed out of for her softball?
It's 4 or 5.
Okay.
Oh
for
my
sure,
god.
for sure.
So you're getting on like 2 fingers now at this point, like counting them up.
Yeah,
Hands.
it's
Oh, yeah,
hands. Yeah,
Fuck.
it's a lot because I'm back when she was younger. She couldn't stop me, so I would just like. In the first couple years, it was fine, but then then as she got more dominant, I started like the chirps got worse.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. I would tell the umpire that I fucked
banging your
I
wife.
fucked his wife. I don't know if you're fucking blind. Like, what are you looking at right now?
Yeah.
And then they don't take so much of that shit, right? And,
I mean, yeah, I
For
don't
sure.
know who would.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Who would take that?
As an umpire, you think they'd have thick skin. They don't. Right?
Yeah.
No,
They're
man,
soft.
They
They're
get
soft.
made fun of all the time, man. Like their job is to just get made
Take
fun
it.
of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But these umpires, when I got tossed out of, they don't see it that way.
Yeah. If any
Yeah.
umps watching this, man, they're gonna see you coming.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to go any more games anymore, actually. So she doesn't even know. I'm going to a game actually tomorrow night to watch her play in college. And she told me, he said, Dad, you got to stand on the far side of the diamond.
Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Wow.
it's a problem, right?
Hey, you know,
it could be like the booze I drink beforehand. I'm kidding.
So, with that being said, you've been tossed out of games. Has anything else happened in your life where you've been, say, banned from a stadium for altering in a game? Like you wouldn't have been a streaker or anything interfering with a game or
So-
anything like that, right?
So you have some inside intel, for sure.
This
because-
word on the street, I don't know.
Yeah, you heard that from somewhere because I don't think I ever told you that. I think I told your dad maybe that part. But there may have been an incident when I was probably late teens, early 20s.
Okay.
That and it was probably the alcohol talking.
Yeah.
It probably wasn't me. But I ended up streaking across the Rogers Center of Florida
No
at an Argos
freaking
game
way.
because somebody dared me to do it, and I probably had way too much. Well, I guarantee you, I had way too much alcohol in my system.
You streaked across the Rogers Center.
I got tackled actually at the 50-yard line, and I ended up in the
What?
slammer for a night. Yeah. But it was the best night of my life ever. Yeah, it was fantastic. You not many people can claim fame to that, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
All I had was my socks left on, streaking across the field.
No way.
And that was good. That was before there was like social media too much. There was nothing.
Yeah, because we probably couldn't even find it now.
No, there's no way. I looked it. I searched it.
tried, eh?
You checked it.
Damn,
Right.
we were gonna post that clip. We were gonna post
I had
that.
one sock on my foot and the other sock on somewhere else.
That is.
So that's how you streaked across it.
Yeah, and I didn't get far. Like I stumbled at like.
Did you at least like? Was there like a? Or was it just your boys like do it, no balls, and you just did it?
that and the alcohol, right? It was
Yeah,
like,
but it didn't take
you're not
much,
gonna-
eh?
Yeah,
He didn't
you know,
offer you money or anything.
Back when you're young, you don't give a shit, obviously,
Yeah.
right? It was,
Yeah.
I was 19 or 20.
Okay.
And it's an Argos game. Nobody's watching anyways, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if anybody's going to do it, let's do it in an Argos game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The next thing you know, you're at CFL. Who cares,
I'm
right?
surprised there's even security there.
Right? I think I got tackled by the ball boy on the
Was that
sidelines.
weird?
Right? One of the-
Did you
maybe the-
feel a little weird getting tackled naked?
I was fucking drunk, man. Like,
Yeah.
right? I don't remember doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
He's probably like, tackle me again.
My brother bailed me out of jail. My brother bailed me out of jail the next morning. I'm like, so okay, yeah, that was a great night in the Slammer.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I actually don't. Do you know anyone that streaked?
Glenn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Glenn.
Wow.
That's it.
yeah, that's my claim to fame. Nobody remembers any of it, so
Yeah, there's no social media back then. That's the issue.
it's a good thing because
The Argonauts were a thing back then, by the
right,
way? Like,
they
what?
were huge.
Wow.
Absolutely, John Candy days, Wayne Gretzky owned the part of the team.
Oh my god,
Right?
I didn't know.
Yeah,
any of this.
absolutely. So we had one of the greatest NFL players playing in the CFL, Rocket Ishmael.
Oh,
right?
you're a big fan.
Huh?
You don't remember any of that.
Yeah, I doesn't know. I don't even know who that is either. to
Right,
be honest.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So we had some. Yeah, it was big back then. Nowadays, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right. Like you have like 15 fans come out to a CFL game. But I still bet on it.
Yeah,
It always comes back to
that's
just
what I'm
betting on-
saying. No
yeah.
one cares about the
Yeah.
sport. It's all about betting. This
Everything
is what
is.
I was proving about it. I was saying it earlier, and it's like, oh, why is DraftKings doing this and that? It's because they are making the company makes so much money from viewership from it, and it's no one's going to tell me otherwise. I don't care.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's true. I think maybe a month ago, I bet on it was a horse race between a horse and a midget, and I bet the midget, and I lost.
Jesus Christ! How do you even bet on that?
It's a deep dive.
Yeah.
It's down a large rabbit hole. It's not. I'm not proud of it, but it happened.
Taken, I've bet on like 2K. That's a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't even ask me how.
So I think now is the time where we kind of play that video where it says call 1-800 gambling problem doc,
Yeah.
whatever that number
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I
we
bet
should
on a lot
probably
of-
do that.
I
It's
bet
only
on
a
a
problem
lot.
if you admit it, right? It's other than that, it's like you.
Well, here's another thing about it though: is like you probably did you do any research for it, or did you just bet on it?
At 3 o'clock in the morning when
Okay.
you're
Okay,
half
let me-
asleep
yeah.
and you wake up and you got nothing else to do, you're gonna bet on it.
Yeah.
Right?
So me, I actually did side research
On NBA 2K.
on fucking two guys playing a video game. There's actually an app. It's called Bets API. It's basically for like esports, which is video games. I'd go in and I would search up the guy that's playing. His name's there, and I would see how he is and if he's good. And I would see who he's playing against. And usually they play a few times, and I'd be like, oh, this guy's played this guy a few times. He usually wins. I check the totals. There's over and unders, and I would bet on that. Yeah. See, he's like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
fucking-
No,
absolutely.
that's a problem.
that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, well.
Like, I'll support the whole like NFL Sunday, like
Yeah, that's not even betting. That's just like standard.
No, it's
that's
betting.
just like you
No,
got to
it's-
do that.
It's betting. You
You need to do it on. If you're not betting on football, I have to say you're an idiot. Like, why are you watching football?
that's the
No.
bonus thing you said.
No.
You're an
If
idiot if you don't bet.
I don't
Bet
care.
now.
No, if you're watching football and not betting on it, you're actually wasting your time. I do not care. Like, it's a waste of time. You're, oh my God, touchdown, and you're not getting paid? What the fuck? Who cares, dude?
Maybe there's sports fans out there that just want to watch,
Yeah.
watch the game.
Yeah,
'cause
there
they
is.
enjoy it.
Like once upon a time, there wasn't gambling,
Right?
I understand that, but it's just like not as like you watch the sport, you understand it, put some fucking money on it. You know what I mean? Put some money
What
on
if
it.
they don't have money to put on? They're just happy to watch their team
Then
play.
get rid of your cable. Get rid of it. I'm
You
sorry.
You can bet $1 on a game.
That's
like
what I'm saying. Everyone has a fucking dollar.
You guys
Yeah,
got
you can bet
fucking
$1.
problems.
You go out and get
You guys
coffee.
got problems.
If you buy coffee in the morning, you can bet on a fucking game on Sunday.
Right?
That's my opinion.
You can you can turn $1 into like potentially a $385 parlay on 25
That's what I'm
legs.
saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
25 legs.
There's always that hope.
There's always
you know
hope.
what I mean?
There's always you're never out.
And you check back every 2 minutes to see how the 5th
Yep.
and 10th and 15th and 20th legs going.
Yeah.
Right? Because you need that cup of coffee money the next morning.
Dude, it's gotten to a point where like I don't even care about like not even like the money aspect. It's like I just want I just like betting.
Right.
I don't even care about winning. Like dude,
you got a problem.
Hear me out. I don't even care about like the winning aspect anymore. It's just the thrill of like watching my guy, knowing I have money on him, and like the highs and lows of it. Like, oh my god, touchdown! It's like, yeah, I got paid though doing it, but it's like it's fun. It's like is that fucked up?
You're basically paying to have your fun.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So you didn't play sports as a kid, so now you're putting up money into gambling on sports.
Yeah, you know what though? I do profit. Let's not make it seem like I'm a straight loser. I do profit definitely more than I lose. I will.
But you
say
have
that.
fun, so it's all good, no
And
matter
I have
what.
fun, and
Right.
I have fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sharp. I'm not just betting. Like I do manage bankroll and stuff like that.
You
There's
have to.
actual
Yeah.
statistics on that and stuff like that. There's early line reading, positive EV betting, and stuff like that. I'm sure you know some stuff about that as well, right?
Listen, when I started gambling at 20 years old, back on Proline when you had to go into the store
Yeah.
and do the sheet,
You
right?
have to write it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's how I got introduced to it. And the last
Hey, I don't care. I wouldn't do that.
the last
I don't care how bad I get. I ain't leaving my fucking going out and fucking. I
no
won't bet
live betting on that.
No.
But-
I'm sitting down and I'm betting. You know what I mean?
right. So it's different
Yeah,
now.
it's easier now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but like all joking aside and everything else, though, if you do things the right way and properly, you
Yeah,
can make
yeah,
some,
absolutely.
And you're smart about it.
Absolutely.
And I joke around a lot a bit, but like going back 3 years ago, and I won't say a number, but on football, I profited extremely well that year, that season. But I also did research, and
Absolutely.
I followed the game for so long.
And you know about like units and stuff like that, right?
Absolutely. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
That goes back to the bankroll management,
Yep.
1 unit, 2 unit.
Exactly.
Most people only stay around 3 units as a max bet
Yep,
sort of
yep.
thing. Because if you don't have that and you're on a random Friday night and you want to throw like 125 units on a game,
you're done.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're screwed. Your
Yeah.
bankroll's gone. But
Yep.
you got to be smart about it. And that's the thing I worry about for your guys' age group. And because it's everywhere nowadays.
Yeah, not a lot of people
is
know
that-
about that.
Right. People are just like, okay, it's Friday night. I'm going to throw a couple $100 on a game. They lose it. I'm going to chase now. I'm going to throw
Yeah.
another $100 on a game.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, they're down 25,000.
So for people who people are watching and don't know what exactly all that means is a unit is a percentage.
Right.
So 1 unit is 1% of your bankroll. So let's say you have $50 in your account, 1% would be $1, right? So that is how you properly bet. The most you should usually bet, I,
don't know about
believe
that
it's
math. What, 1% of $50?
is what? $1, no?
Is that?
Yeah, right?
Do the math on that.
Okay,
No, I
I
believe
got
it's
your
$1.
point, but I don't know if that
But it's-
added up.
But the point is that you're supposed to have a bankroll, like, and it can't be like $10. That won't work, right?
50 cents?
Yeah.
50
okay,
cents,
yeah.
whatever. Anyways, you do the percentage of whatever it is, and you
Absolutely.
and you find out what your percentage is, and you shouldn't bet more than like 5 units on a bet.
Right.
If you're
Okay.
betting more than 5 units, it's not ideal at all, right?
Right.
And then how you kind of check your progress is you see how much total units you're up for the year, right? And then as obviously you progress, your bankroll grows and grows and grows and grows, right? If you're doing proper betting. And then there's also positive EV betting where you actually beat the books. It's called beating the books. So essentially, if you're looking at a bet and it's like the line's at, let's say, +8.5, it's a football game. Let's say the Cowboys are underdogs +8. You're like, that seems a bit off. You look at other books. Other books have it at 9. Other books have it at whatever it is. You bet on it +8, and the line, let's say, drops down to +7.5.
You beat the closing line.
Exactly. Come
Oh,
game
I
time,
got you.
You now have a positive EV.
That's like an
bet.
early bet, right? Where you can kind of.
Yes.
The lines go out on like I think it's Wednesday night, right? Thursday night.
Yeah, something
Thursday
like that.
night.
They go out pretty quick.
You got if you think that you're gonna find value,
Yeah.
and you got to jump on it early before a Sunday, because the next thing you know, if you think that you beat the closing line, it's gonna come down, or your bet will
Yep.
be right. So that's what, if you're doing it seriously, you got to view multiple books. You
Yep,
gotta do
line
at least
shopping.
4 or 5 books.
Yep.
Find the best line. It's
Yep.
like almost a stock market almost.
Exactly. That's
Right?
actually how people
So there's,
view
there's
it.
a lot of homework you got to do if
Oh,
you
it's
actually.
crazy.
Oh yeah,
That
it's
is
a whole
crazy.
thing, and like I may seem like a degenerate, but like I there are some. Well, except when it comes to Sundays, I don't know what it is on Sundays, man. Sundays is full DJMO, but like yeah, usually if I have a serious bet, I do like 12 legs, anytime touchdowns where it's just full DGen. But a lot of my bets are I'm looking at other sports books and I realize, hey, this is off. I know that I could probably beat the closing line.
Right.
I bet on it, and then that's a positive EV bet, and then obviously there's line shopping involved. Now, I actually would recommend, because betting is so big, I would actually recommend people go out and just do a little bit of research on that. It would save you so much money, because if you're going out every Sunday and putting $50 in your account and you're blowing $50 every Sunday, you're going to be in a hole. You have to manage your bankroll. It's so important. It's actually critical in that.
And that is the most important part of all of it, like, is bankroll management.
Yep.
And it sounds boring, but it's the truth.
Yep.
And that's where, if you don't follow that, like you said, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Right?
And people think it's like with sports betting, it's this thing where it's like you're supposed to turn $100 into $1,000. That's actually not how it really goes. It's you got to look at it like a stock market.
Yep.
It's about profiting. If you profit $5 on the day, that's good. It may not
Absolutely.
seem good.
A
but
win's a win.
A win is a win, but people get greedy with betting, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're like, oh, I'm going to throw another leg in. I want to throw this leg in.
Yep.
They actually, everyone knows, well, actually not everyone knows, but parlaying is the worst fucking thing you could do.
Books love it.
Books love it.
That's how they make money.
promote it. Parlays. Parlaying is the worst thing.
Absolutely. And that's why you see it on Sunday football and everything else.
Yeah.
3-leg parlay. You know
Boost.
what I mean? Why do
Boost.
you think they do that?
Absolutely.
boost, yeah.
Singles is the way to go. And as much
Exactly.
boring as that, if you're going to do this long term, you gotta do all those things. Practice bankroll management.
Yep.
Single games, right? So
Yeah.
But yeah, man, there's a lot of money to be made in it if you know your sports and you're following and so on too.
Yep.
So absolutely.
Yeah.
So you obviously know what you're talking about, Glenn. Before we wrap it up here, I want to hear your final World Series guess.
Oof,
Who
we'll
you
play this
got?
back if this goes right.
Who you got? And how many games?
So I already mentioned earlier on this in the pod is that I'm going to go with the Jays in 7 over the Brewers in the
Over the
World
Brewers?
Series.
You got the Brewers too?
Yeah.
What the fuck was I saying?
You
I was
said that.
actually telling
So,
him.
hold up. You
I
said
had the
Brewers
Brewers
in
in
7.
Else. Yeah, no,
Yep.
Jays in 7.
Oh, Jays in 7.
Jays in 7 over the Brewers.
I have the Brewers in the World Series too. I was actually telling him that. How long ago was I telling you that?
Probably like a month ago.
Couple months.
And I may or may not have placed a bet on that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was telling him that the Brewers are underrated.
The odds are pretty good on that.
They're a great team. Yeah, they're actually pretty good. I'll
You're
look
gonna
into
double check
that. I'll
that
look
now?
into that.
Jays in 7
Yeah.
against the Brewers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Brewers got a great pitching staff, and
Yeah.
they're a juggernaut, man. They're great at home. And that's another big thing with baseball. I won't dive in too much, but it's about, can the team play on the road? There's a lot of teams that can't play on the road. Detroit being one of them.
If you're 500 on the road, you're good.
Exactly.
You gotta make it up at
Jays
home.
are. Yeah.
Right.
You got to be good on the road.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this has been awesome, guys. Thanks for having me on.
No,
Appreciate
thank you for
G
thanks-
Money. We got
Yeah,
G Money here.
Thanks for joining us,
Appreciate
man. That
you,
was
G
awesome.
Money.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
To everyone watching, like, comment, and subscribe, and share our videos, man. We're just trying to get started here. So
All these guys. These guys know what they're doing.
yeah,
Appreciate you.
try and find G Money on Instagram.
Try to find that clip of him streaking. If anyone can find that
You'll
clip,
never find it.
if anyone can find that clip, we will personally pay you. What year was this?
That was like, I don't know. I was 21, so I'm 52.
Okay, 1925.
Right?
If you can find
Yeah, you won't find it. Trust me. I've tried to look. I've looked. So
if anyone can find it, send it to the Break Talk on Instagram. We will personally send you money.
you're gonna get a million videos now of naked guys streaming.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's hilarious.
That was great. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
Break the break talk. Yeah. Break